Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to do a little non-VV, non-Cauldron Izzet. That's right, this list got finished top 8 at a recent standard challenge event, I think, going 5-2, and it runs no VV, no Cauldron, and instead runs Duelist of the Mind. Kind of a new card-ish, released in Thunder Junction, but seeing some traction now. 1 in a blue for a rare creature human advisor, */3. It's got flying and vigilance, a little bit reminiscent of the Steam Core Scholar, a good wielder of Prof's counters. Gets pretty big. Flying Vigilance, can tap it later to get the Winter Night Stories Harmonized effect cheaper. And it says, Duelist of the Mind's power is equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn. Great, we like drawing cards. Whenever you commit a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. We don't have that many crimes to commit. We got some Flood Moths in there, we got some Torches in there, we got a couple of Braids. It's only once each turn, but you do get the draw effect, which pumps it, and you also get the discard effect, which maybe pumps some Mako as well. So a little bit of synergy across the board. We're going to try it out. Then the other card we're running, which is probably a little more unusual, is the Splash Portal. It's sorcery speed, so we're not going to be able to instantly save anything like Bounce Off, but you can play the Riddler for 2, and then immediately Splash Portal it, have it come back in, get another card, and then you just have the permanent 4/6 ready to go, which could win games, some games on the spot, depending on the opponent. So yeah, let's try it out. We'll run it in Ranked Mythic Standard. This is the last day before the ladder reset. Maybe the last couple hours, I don't know. I don't know if the ladder resets. Maybe like 2 hours. Halloween. Happy Halloween. On the draw. Yeah, it's okay. The Cow Memo. We'll keep it. Okay, an artifact-ish deck. I guess I'm going to discard on 2, so we'll go red here. Mock on 1, Fear on 2. Just discard the talent. Black, red. Okay, so they're a Mardu sack deck, actually. I think we can still do this. Try to look for that next land. Three mana suspiciously open. Feels like we should use this while we got it. Land is good. I think I'd rather discard like a talent in other stories or something. Creature, sorcery, enchantment. Land could be okay to discard. And yeah, we just need one more sorcery down there. Or we can abrade to turn on Delirium. Roaming Throne. What are we doing here? Naming human. That's scary. It's an artifact, so it does die to abrade if we just want to do that. Turns on Delirium, which isn't so bad. I mean, I don't think we want to see whatever this copy is. Destroy target artifact. That's interesting.
So long as we more heroes for the cause.
I think I want a Scholar, try to hit land if we can, and then also Profs. See if we can get it. Is the land nice? Stories can probably go here. I mean, I think they're gonna block regardless. Probably have not moved my camera, have I? Let's put that over there. Okay, no sweeper, that's great. Let's see if they kill the scholar here. No, we get the scoop. Okay. Santi Listari says, I love the 4-color roots deck, but after I put the kids to bed and then play, I don't just want to think this hard. That's totally fair. A lot more options per turn in that deck than most decks, I would say. This is an interesting comment, and I'd love for someone to follow up. So Sager says, so I commented that I wasn't sure if the Baelmerk entered, if it would count as a creature for some trigger. I don't know what it was. Because I swear, I'm almost positive. I'm pretty positive. One time I cast one of the avatar creatures on the impending side or whatever, and the opponent had Authority of the Consuls. And it either came in tapped, or they got the life gain trigger, but not both, even though it enters as an enchantment. So something classified it as a creature for part of that trigger. Run the play. Maybe the splash portal thing. Sure. Anyway, so the comment from Sager is, also Baelmerk is only a creature spell while on the stack, but if you pay the alternate cost, it enters as an enchantment. It's a replacement effect, non-ETB, so no Halia trigger, apparently is what it was. Yeah, but the thing is, the only reason I wonder is because I'm like 99% sure I had this interaction once. Like, I wouldn't say it if it wasn't such a specific memory, where it did come in as the enchantment, but it still triggered Authority of the Consuls, and I don't remember why that was, so that is the only reason I was curious if I would get the Halia trigger. Alright, we could probably do one of these now. And then we'll splash portal the other one. The duelist showing up, okay. I mean, that makes the splash portal play a little bit more suspect, right, with open mana. So maybe we just play the duelist instead here. Feels like they want to kill this thing, right? Yeah, I mean, it feels like they have removal. Let's just hold on one more turn. Maybe tap out for a turn 3 creature, turn 3 annex, something. Alright, so we could have gotten away with the Riddler, but no way to know that. Maybe they have another removal spell too. We just don't know. Alright, they do tap out, so we can do the splash portal thing if we want. If we bounce it, then we draw a card and then discard a card. I don't know that we need to do that right now, though. One is ramping into something, though. Definitely be a little bit sad if they sweep, but we came here to splash portal, so let's do splash portal. That's nice. We can take our crime here. We'll take the action. We can probably get rid of the next splash portal. I do not think we need this card at all. Okay, swing for 4. Opponent has ramp. They could ramp into a sweeper. Not sure. Tap land, no sweeper this turn at least. Okay, it doesn't take it out of exile though, does it? Graveyard, hand, and library, but not the warped exile. I think we'll try the Scholar. See if we can hit one more land for profs. Great, there it is. You know, how good is Torch really at this stage of the game? Probably Floodmaw's better, right? Okay. Swing for 7 vigilance. And then we'll see if they have a sweeper or not. I don't know. I mean, they really feel more like Golgari control, right? With the end in there as well. No, I don't think they're sweeping. They probably just have lethal this turn. We're in the air, we draw a bunch of cards. Braid, eh? See if we can hit one more land. No, actually. But probably lethal anyway. By a lot. Okay. Yeah, if anyone wants to go into the play queue and test... Oh, you can't, though, because you need the opponent to have Authority to Consoles. You need to phone a buddy. You need to have a buddy play Authority to Consoles and then play one of the avatars, just duplicate what I think happened like many months ago. And then do the same thing with Halia. You can test Halia by yourself, actually. Just play a Halia and then play one of the avatars as an enchantment. Just see if you get the trigger. I think not. I just was very surprised by the Authority of the Console's trigger. That's the only reason I bring this up. Zager also has another actually very useful thing, which is, hey there, just wanted to mention Demon Sweeps by making you sacrificing, not by destruction effects. So a Demi does not protect you from that ability. I think I was talking about that potential play pattern. Well, the play looks good to me. Keep this. Mako here on 1. Bin talent, I think. X land is nice. Stories can go. Swing for 5. To hit Delirium pre-combat, we need a creature, like an enchantment. No, we already have enchantment. Creature and instant down there. What does this do? We cast a legendary spell to a card. Could probably just bounce this. If we play Fear, we could get Delirium. I don't know if that's worth it. And bin the other creature. It's actually a good chunk of damage. Maybe it is worth it. Profsol was very good as well. This kind of feels like the right play, though. So instant is down there. And then if we dump the creature, turn on Delirium. Done. Yeah, we could attack. We could still have it untapped on blue and still do Winter Night Stories post-combat. I think you saved that for the Prof's turn, though. So I think you just swing for 4, 5, 6-ish, and then 4 again. Something like that. Ryan Hoffman says, yay, I can play Standard again. This Roots deck is great. I tried an early version of it when it first started, topping the charts, but it wasn't working that well for me. This is much better. Thanks, Ruckus. I think the Star Caller, whatever, Estrelli, Star, whatever thing, is very good. And I think Ketramos can be excellent, but I think it's very hit or miss. In some matchups, if that's the only card you have in hand, you play it, and your opponent just runs you over with mono red, and you can't block, and you can't attack, and you're going to lose life anyway. Like, it's not always optimal. You go first. Yeah. fine. It's good. Azorius, potentially control. We don't know yet. Probably don't need Flood Maul. Splash Portal showing up. Let's see if they tap out. Probably not, right? So I don't know that we can just go for that. Ooh, the 1 mana. Yeah, we might as well, right? I don't know if we're going to get a better shot than this. No sweeper for a long time. Good chunk of damage. Oh, it's artifacts. All right. Never mind. Okay, obviously we could just run it back. We'd like to get profs down. In general. I feel like we want to get profs down over anything else. I think that makes the most sense. Oh, that's interesting. Did not expect that. That's going to be very useful. They probably won't have a counter. If we do it now, we get the draw. Pump a little more damage. Yeah, okay. Decent top deck against that opponent. All right, let's see the big battlefront. We got one more Braid in deck. Flood Maul, a little more useful against the opponent than I thought. Okay. We could, in theory, sack the profs and torch the 3/3, like after we get the combat trigger or something. What does it take to get Delirium here? Instant sorcery. So we get a creature down there and like a land. It's a little bit hard to do. We get a creature down there. Bin the Mako off the Scholar. Land. So we're not hitting Delirium this turn, is my point. I don't think it's worth blowing Torch. Let's take the chump here. Alright, I think we might as well play the Mako then. I don't think Torch can have too many targets. That is not an explosive response. They need kind of another Battlefront there. Go crazy. Go Battlefront, pick up 2 more Perilous Snares. Okay. Feels like we're probably going to get him here. We'll see. Alright, Snare the Riddler. Make a blocker. It's a 3/3. It's 4/4 rather. Authority of the consoles. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we really just want to try to hit Delirium, I think. Which again means we need a creature and what else? A creature and a land. Or we get Torch. I don't think we're going to get him this turn, it seems like. Man, I'd like to get to Delirium, though. I don't think we can Splash Portal. One short. Alright. Take the 2 drops. Got a blocker. Leave us with both flyers. Feels like that is game. Alright. Cool. Black Avenger 72 says, I laughed so hard when you exiled the Cauldron. I think I also laughed. I was not thrilled about that. I did it correctly earlier. We had the exact sequence earlier, and I guess I was paying more attention. Potentially exiled the thing to pay for the Molt Tender, and then later picked the target for the Australia guy. I did not do it correctly the next time. Techne says this 4-color Roots deck win rate is now down to 50%. I'm curious across what sample size you're looking at, like what population. The crafter had a good run with it. But it's too complicated for general population. There's much less graveyard decks currently, which it's strong against, and unfortunately its worst matchups are mono red and Boros, so its position in the meta has dropped down to reality. Let's see what I think about that. One goes first. Hand is very good. I agree that probably some of its worst matchups are going to be mono red, and mono red is a huge percentage of Mythic. Which is one of the reasons why, when I was tweaking the deck, I think I put in 4 copies of the Dragon, where you can play it as a 2-drop and just pick off something early. I was very intentional about that. And I think it paid off a little bit. But yeah, I think it's pretty complicated. I think it's one of the most complicated decks to play in Standard. I mean, there aren't many that are that complicated, and that feels like one of them. So I totally think its win rate probably does get trashed in lower ranks with less experienced players if they just net deck it. So I think that is a relevant comment. I think it's still a good deck, though. What are we doing here? Jeskai, Voice of Victory. What is that? That's a land showing up. Shepherd? Go get a 1-drop or basic plains. What are we doing? Double spell? Jeskai Flurry or something? Get a basic plains, no information for us. Attack for free. I hope you don't have a pump spell. To 18. I think one stories can go. It's a lot of land, though. Alright, give him heck. Copy the Scholar. Get a nice little draw discard. It's not going to block that Will into us, though. Tap land. I do not know what they are. Probably get another one of these cooking. I think at this point land can go. Sorcery, yeah, I think just land and land is probably fine. Okay, chomp chomp, chonk chonk. Take 12, drop to 3. I mean, let's see the Day of Judgment, I guess. I don't know. We just fire off a torch here before combat. If you really want Duels to the Mind, I guess you could as well. Get that extra little draw discard. I mean, I don't know what they're going to cast here in Jeskai for 4. What do we know? What do we know in Jeskai that they might do? I have no idea. Okay. Drowner, tap down the Scholar. Took down the 7/7. Maybe a second Drowner's coming too. Second Drowner, now tap down the Scholar. Alright, alright. Sure. I'll take the action. I mean, I don't think they have a sweeper at this point. They've shown all creatures, a little bit of flash. So they're like Jeskai flash creatures with a voice of victory. Very strange. Someone named Santi Lestare replied to the Technies comment about the win rate getting trashed by less experienced players. Says, relative, if you suck at Magic, then that's not a reflection on this deck. Father, Dr. Ruckus, showed mono red can easily be handled with some adjustments. I don't think 50% is reality, just noobs lowering the win rate. I mean, I probably got a little bit lucky against mono red. I don't remember any of the opponents having God curves. And yeah, I would say in general, we probably shouldn't have that good a matchup against mono red. Look at the stats, in fact, even if we really want to. If we can find it. Golgari Roots. Where did I find this deck? Mythic? What time ranges can I find this? Hold on. Play some Magic first. On the play. Yeah, it's okay. Hold open torch. Must be filtering something weird. July to September, October 24th to now. Where did I find this deck? 4-color Reanimator? No. Authority of the Consoles. I think they're mono white. Mono white life gain? I mean, both Torch and Floodmaw are looking excellent there. Nope. This is a Reanimator deck, right? Non-creature don't. You think they're Omniscience? They can Omniscience us to death? That would be not so swell. Let's get the Mako down early, and then we can just Floodmaw this thing away later. Might also consider Floodmawing the talent. No, it's not that big an investment. Very strange. Shock in Starcage, take my 1 and 2 drops. Okay, so an Abrade could be useful. We could bounce that, obviously, but I don't think that's what we're doing here. I think we can bend the Torch versus them. Keep the Floodmaws. Well, I don't know if we need both. Starcage again. It's a little bit rough. We'll get a draw too if we just Floodmaw on an empty hand. On end step, we could do that. I don't think that's that bad of a plan. What the heck? Chess guy does what? Being of upkeep, create a 1/1 whenever. Okay. Alright. I think I'd like to take the double draw with these guys. Discard the 6th land, we don't need that. Take a draw for free. Whew, that's a lot of land, man. Wow, that's not what I wanted to see. Was hate to hit Delirium here. Definitely ditch the creature to start. Whew, that is a lot of land, my man. Okay. Do you think we're going to want to cast anything else this turn? Probably not. We just go for damage then. And then just stories for 3. I mean, what 2-drop do I really want to cast here? Not sure. I mean, they're all dead anyway, so no attacks. Alright, so we reduce it by a little bit. We're gonna want these guys to follow up, I guess. That's a rough draw though. Both lands can go. I mean, yeah, we don't really need Splash Portal, do we? But maybe it's still better than land. Well, that's awkward. That is a crazy amount of land we've drawn this game. 22 lands, we've gone through a lot, I feel like. If they win a Star Cage, they at least lose the 1/1 token. Hit with lifelink first. Then Star Cage again. Okay. I think we cycled a Mako. Probably bin the Splash Portal. It's a good card. Gets around the next Star Cage. If we just go Scholar here. Alright, those are some good cards. Let's keep the more expensive stuff. Let's put this on the flyer, I think. Let's see if they got a little Dave Judgment lined up for us. Banishing Light. Onto the Scholar. They have no draw engine, though. So that's at least a little bit of a saving grace. I don't know what the point of the Splash Portal is at this point. Quick attack. You got Sweeper? Ooh, Star Cage. Okay. We're down to 10, by the way. But they do lose the tokens and have to start over. Do we want to deploy a Mako? Yeah, maybe. Splash Portal or Torch? I guess Torch could be useful. I don't think we need Splash Portal anymore, though, right? How many cards we got left? 27. Still doing okay. Alright, hope they don't have split up now. A Braid showing up. Could get some lands here. Or even Torch. I don't know if we need Torch. Right? Right? I don't know that we need Torch. A Braid potentially juicy, though. Could get back a Scholar. Could get back multiple Fear of Missing Outs. Which would be huge. That would Delirium would end the game on the spot, basically. Battlefront. I mean, I think that's ideally what we do. We kill the Star Cage with double Fears. They kind of whiffed on that, didn't they? Drop to 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Triple authority of the consoles. Okay. Let's leave back a jump blocker in case they have some weird way to win. Alright, holding on to a braid. That's the plan here. Okay, +1. We are down at 8. Okay. They are tapped out. Take 4, drop to 3. I think it's okay. Creature you control enters. I think I'm fine to take this jump block. Just because. I don't think it matters, but... I don't need to risk it. Alright. Let's hope these spheres can do it. That is a lot of triggers, man. Okay. Could level up and go get a Flood Maul, bounce one of the blockers. Seems decent as well. We gain 3 life off of this. And we get +2, +3 damage, so we net even. There's no reason to do that. I think we just want the flyer. Let's do this guy. Okay. Next combat step. That was bizarre. For sure. Father Dr. Ruckus. Oh, I was trying to look up the stats for that. I couldn't find it. Disappeared. I don't know what I was looking at yesterday. Not sure. Alright, probably the last game here. I don't remember what this comment is about. Zachman says, yeah, it just enters as a copy. There's no target trigger to respond to. Once you get priority again, it has already entered. Oh yeah, the reanimated creature, I think. We're on the draw with Duelist of the Mind. I would say this is not an amazing hand, but we're on the draw with a little bit of interaction, so maybe it's not that bad. Splash World's weird. It's Demonic Ruckus, Izzet, as the final boss. I kind of want to zap whatever they play here, right? We just torch the tower. Or we can just get a talent down. We don't know what they're going to play. I don't know. If they play a Fear Missing Out, then we don't get to torch it. And that's like the most common 2-drop in Izzet, right? So I don't know. I don't know if we can kill this next thing with torch. 2-0. Very suspicious. Are you gonna flash in something? I don't think so. I guess we could torch that pretty easily. It's like, nah, I gotta do nothing. Okay. No stick. Opponent's got nothing to do here. Third land? Still doing nothing. Very strange. I guess we'll shock this in regardless. Blue is fine. Maybe we won't red. I mean, I don't know. They want to kill the Duelist, I guess. But they could have Torch to kill the 2-2 in terms of placement. Dude, just doing nothing this whole game. We'll hold Torch, I guess. No idea what's going on here. What is this? You can't cast it during your first, second, or third turns. Double Strike and Vigilant at the beginning of your end step. If you've played a land or cast a spell this turn from anywhere other than your hand, deals damage equal to its power to any target. Okay. All right, you got it. So we will torch. We'll try to torch that and sack the talent probably. Bargain. See if they got Spell Pierce or something. Oh, we're doing something. Protection? Hexproof? Full bore. +3/+2. My goodness. Take the action. Do not seem to need Splash Portal here. So now I can what? Deal damage. Ah! That would have been good with Splash Portal. Yeah, just keep that. Okay. So 6 damage to any target. Okay. Well, that's exciting. Pretty good attacker with Delirium. I guess we're about to... This dude's about to destroy Double Strike Villain. Oh my gosh, Menace and Trample. If you played a land or cast a spell this turn from anywhere other than your hand, it's damage equal to its power to any target. Alright, so we'll see if they can cast more things from anywhere other than their hand. That is the question. And we know they run full bore to pump. They probably run a lot of pump spells, right? Creature was cast for its warp cost. What's the game strength list? No blocks here. We could chump block if we want. Double strike. I mean, it's got trample, right? So chump blocking isn't really helpful. If they can kill us right here, double strike, then so be it. You could awkwardly throw the Duelist and the 1/1 in there versus the Menace Trample. If they can go +3/+3 and they just win, 9 damage double strike will do it, but I don't think I want to throw away everything just for that. Very suspicious attack. I mean, it's not 2 pump spells, so it's something else. A bunch of warp creatures in hand. Is the game lagging out? I don't know what's going on right here. Wi-Fi looks fine. I have no idea. Joshua Phillips says the Reclaimer, I think that's the Australia Reclaimer, made this deck, 4-color root, so much more difficult to beat with mid-range or control. Seems to be significantly increasing popularity. I think it's a good card. Chandra's Feet. What a great username. Love to see the daily videos again. Hope you're liking the new place. Thank you. Yeah, the new place is awesome. Love it a lot. Alright, I don't know really what's going on here. This feels weird, right? This is a abnormal lapse in time. I guess we could close it and reopen it. I don't know who's at fault. This feels weird. We've exited MTG Arena. Apparently you guys still see the frozen screen. Open it back up and see what happens. Feels like that's an abnormal wait time, right? Maybe we secretly DC'd or something. Waiting for server. And I'm back into the game lobby. So I don't know if we got a loss or what. I mean, I'm assuming we got credit with the loss, but here, I'll reconnect the screen for you guys. I don't really know what happened there. MTG Arena. Okay, a little bit anticlimactic. I think good chance we're going to lose that game. Maybe they did go pump that turn and won. We just had no idea. Overall, you know, I don't know that I have too many thoughts to share about today. How did the Duelist of the Mind perform? It was okay. We saw a tiny bit. We didn't get to see it every game, obviously. A little bit difficult when you just run a couple copies of a card. How did Splash Portal perform? Splash Portal was janky. I mean, I think it's really good against Mono Red. You go turn 3, Riddler, bump it, and you got a 4/6. Like, Mono Red has a very hard time getting through that. It's fantastic there. Everything else, I was like, yeah, okay. I guess it's fine. The person just kills it anyway or whatever. It's okay. It's cute. It's fine. It's fine. I had an okay time with this. Overall, it felt like we were playing normal. It's stuff. Because we were. But, yeah, it's what it is. All right. We're going to wrap up there. If you enjoyed today's video, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Happy Halloween, y'all. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm trying to film a bunch of videos today so I don't have to film any over the weekend. All right. Goodbye.